Driving a car is a big responsibility. Sure, when you're driving on the road, you have to listen to laws and whatnot, but if you want to keep your current car, make sure it's in good condition and whatnot, you're going to have to do maintenance to it, changing the oil, changing tires, checking fluid levels, etc. But one thing people don't tend to do, which they should, is keep track of your gas mileage. Now, all cars have some kind of rating for their gas mileage. Mine's like 33 miles to the gallon. But I don't actually get that because that has to do with the age of the car as well as your driving style. Now, for me, unfortunately, my car does not have a little screen that tells me how many miles per gallon I'm getting. A lot of newer cars do. So I do have an app, which I'll talk about later, that keeps track of everything. But before I even talk about the app, why do you even care about the gas mileage in your car? Sure, it's nice to know how many miles per gallon you're getting so you can kind of keep track of how much money you have to spend on gas and whatnot, but there's even some other reasons for keeping track of your gas mileage, and those reasons are making sure that your engine is in good condition, as well as making sure that if you do any modifications to your car, that they're done properly. And let me explain. Not too long ago, I was working on my friend's car and we were installing a new air intake system in his car, and we actually installed it wrong. I don't know what we did, but we did something wrong, and my friend had a nice little LCD screen that tells you the gas mileage of the car, how much you're getting, and after installing the air intake system, he noticed that his gas mileage was actually really bad, but for some reason he didn't decide to say anything, he just kind of ignored it, and like a week went by and his car started stalling out, and then he couldn't drive his car. Now, if he paid attention to the gas mileage and made a note that, hey, this gas mileage is not what it should be, we could have looked under the hood, checked if anything was wrong, and could have caught the problem that much sooner. So what you should get out of this is keeping track of your gas mileage when doing work to your engine or anything around that could help you make sure that you do the work properly. And also, if you have an older car or something and your engine's starting to act up and you don't know what it is, although keeping track of your gas mileage won't tell you what it is, by keeping track of your gas mileage, you might be able to pay attention to, hey, look, something's really wrong with my engine because I'm really not getting the gas mileage that I should. Now, in terms of actually keeping track of your gas mileage, yeah, some cars now do have fancy little screens that tell you the gas mileage, and that's alright, that's nice to have, but sometimes that's not good enough. For me, I use an app called Mileage Keeper, which is on my iPhone. I think it's iOS only, so if you're on an Android phone, I'm sure there's other apps that do this, but basically Mileage Keeper, it's really simple. All you have to do is download the app, open it up, you click the plus button, and you can add your vehicle, so you can have multiple vehicles within the app, and then every time you go to a gas station to fill your car up, then all you have to do is simply add that. So you add the odometer, you add your fuel amount, and you add the total cost of the gas. Now, just to let you know, you need to fill up the tank entirely, so this actually gives you proper readings, but after some time of keeping track of your gas mileage, then you can go through the app and see, obviously, what's your gas mileage, what's your average gas mileage, how many miles have you driven, how much are you paying for gas, how much have you paid for gas for the longevity of your car, or at least the longevity of how long you've used the app. It really is nice to keep track of this stuff. For every car I've had, I've always kept track of my gas mileage. It's just something that once you get into the habit of, it's nice to keep track of, just so you can make sure nothing's ever wrong with your car. And if you have an electric car, well, I guess you don't have to keep track of your gas mileage.